EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. The kicker, Brandon Aubrey, is out to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Hey, Ozzy, sit up.
There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. They'll run it again with Henry. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Jackson slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll run for it with Henry. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near mid. Derrick Henry all alone. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, 70 yards. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30.
Yeah! Here we go!
Now Dak, he's going to mix it up. Now Prescott. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Yeah! Here we go!
They run here with Rico Dowdle. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. 3rd down and 13. But now an audible here into something else. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Report.
Throwing is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
To throw is Prescott. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Second and 10. Now it's Jackson. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Marquise Bell. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Hey, move.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here go 47. Switch it, hey.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
And Prescott, he's going to change things up here.
Hey, kill. Kill.
Prescott from the gun on third. That is caught. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. On the run, it's Dowdle. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, second and goal. Here's Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Dowdle will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Over the middle, complete. That's Flowers. So 8 yards on the completion there. And 3rd and 8 now. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down into...
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
The slot man in motion right. Now Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Yeah! Here we go! I think here we go, 46! Hey, 47!
Looking to throw. Prescott. And that's complete to Cooks. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
Prescott now.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Henry. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry.
All told, it's a loss of 8 on the play.
And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. This is why I don't play in points per reception fantasy leagues.
Is that what they call
the receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there. Yeah.
No.
And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Prescott from the gun. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Now Dak, he wants to change the play.
Prescott to throw it. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now they'll change things up.
Here go 47. 26.
Here's Prescott. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 37 yards.
And the Cowboys have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. So still time remaining here in this 4th quarter, but the touchdown there puts them back out in front.
And you and I both know that their defense will not very subtly remind everyone that they started all of this because they held firm on the last drive and only gave up a field goal. Gave it back to the offense in a tie game and said, okay, your turn now, make something happen. And they went down the field and scored.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by DeMarvion Overshown.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, 1-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Jackson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Micah Parsons picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now the Ravens going to use one of their...
GG's if you're quitting.
So, we can see it.